1963, a very cute and cuddly and adorable baby boy was born on Easter Sunday morning. Yes, that baby boy was me. Fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, this morning I'd like to share with you a glimpse of my past, my present, and my future. First, my past. Waiting for me on that early Easter morning was 3 older siblings, a sister, 7 years old, a brother, 9 years old, and an older brother, 10 years old. Now, there's always an argument about why I was the 4th and final child, but it was no fluke. My argument is, after my parents saw how wonderful I was, they decided no more children. However, my siblings said, after seeing what a challenge it was to raise me, my parents said, no more children. I'll let you decide which argument is the best. However, all 4 of us were raised by our grandparents in Camden, South Carolina. I attended the University of South Carolina, where I majored in business and where I discovered my passion for public speaking. A year after I graduated, my grandmother passed away. She was the rock of our family, and she and my grandfather were married for 52 years. They got married when he was 25 and she was merely 15 years old. That would never happen today. After graduation, I worked in banking and insurance. It was at the insurance company where I first discovered and joined my very first Toastmaster club. Then in 1997, I moved to Colorado Springs to work for the Navigators, an international Christian ministry. Shortly after moving here, I joined Pikes Peak Toastmasters Club, not because it was the best club in the world, but because it was on my way to work. It was very convenient. After working for the Navigators, I then worked for a U.S. senator. After a brief stint with the senator, I left that job and started working at the Air Force Academy as a protocol director, where I planned events and took care of VIPs when they came to the academy. After working for the academy for 8 long years, I transitioned to Peterson Air Force Base. Now for my present. I work as a congressional liaison for the U.S. Space Force. My job is primarily to make sure that we get funding for our satellites that we can keep up in space. I enjoy reading, working out, and playing tennis. I'm active in the cadet sponsor program at the Air Force Academy, where you're assigned incoming cadets to a family in the community, and you basically become a home away from home for these young men and women. I'm also active in the NSA. And some of you may be thinking, the National Security Agency? No. The National Speakers Association. The NSA helps individuals take their love and their passion for public speaking and turn it into a professional speaking career. And our Southern Division Director, Asta, is also a part of that group. This leads me to my future. There's a quote that says, I may not know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. Well, I am certain, I am confident that my future is bright and sunny, and there's no fluke about that. Despite the fact that I love my job at the US Space Force, I see myself over the next 2 years transitioning into becoming a full-time paid professional speaker. I want to inspire others to be intentional about their personal and professional development and to help them reach their fullest potential. My past, my present, my future. On April 14th, 1963, a baby boy was born whose life goal became to inspire others through his public speaking. Mr. Toastmaster.